Hey guys, pardon the hungover look. That's just me being real. Let me move this so you can hear me. Okay, so today I want to talk about something that we don't talk about very often. So, first of all, let me address last week's video. I did mention last week that there are some big changes coming, some really exciting stuff's happening, and I cannot wait to share that with you guys. But nothing is official yet, so I'm going to hang on to that for hopefully just one more week. I promise. Stay tuned. Check back in. Hopefully in next week's video, I can announce several exciting things. So I can't wait. I'm so excited. Okay, anyway, putting that aside, what I want to talk about this week is, like I said, something that we don't talk about very much, and it's something that kind of feels like a dirty little secret, some might say. I have a friend of mine who is a fabulous coach, and right now she's coaching a mastermind on this subject, and she is putting out some fire content, and I'll link to her stuff down below, but her name is Lindsay, and she's doing some really amazing stuff, and she's been talking about some really cool stuff on her channels. And so that kind of brought this, when I was watching some of her stuff, it brought this to mind for me, and I wanted to talk about it too, because I think it's so important that we get really real, and that's kind of the whole point of my channel, is keeping it real. And so something that's been coming up for me a lot lately centers around this topic that we don't talk about very much, and that is money. Yes, I'm going to talk about money. So when I first started this channel, the Dream Life experiment all started when I looked at my bank account and I had $5 in my bank account, y'all. $5 in my personal bank account. I was like, oh my God. I freaked out a little bit. And for some reason, right about then, my something in me was like, you know what? I'm worth more than having $5 in my bank account. Yes, I had other accounts at the time that, I had money in and stuff. I had business money coming in and things, but there was something in me that wanted more. I was like, I'm looking at my bank account going, there's only $5 in here, and that's ridiculous. Like, I deserve to have so much more. Like, we all do, right? We all deserve to have more than enough money, more than enough, to pay our bills and to have what we need, and to not just have what we need, not just have enough, but have more than enough. And so somewhere in there, I decided, I was like, well, maybe in a year I'd be able to like build my dream life and potentially even like buy a property in Italy. And so I filmed that first video, which I will also link that down below, or maybe even up above. But and it's like this funny little video that I just kind of shot one morning. I was actually sitting in my bed and I was like, you know what? This is stupid. I deserve more than this. $5 in my account is not acceptable for me. And so I want to create some really beautiful things over this next year. And hopefully with that comes more money, and hopefully with that, would be being able to make dreams come true, right? So I did this whole Dream Life experiment thing, which is why I started this channel to begin with. And that's what I've been chronicling or documenting this whole time. And so now I'm at a point where I'm about 8 or 9 months into this Dream Life experiment thing. And yes, I have some really exciting things coming up, and my dream life is, it's coming, it's coming to fruition. It's so exciting. But I will be really honest with you. My bank account is not looking so hot, like everything else is looking fabulous, but my money is still reflecting a part of me that doesn't feel worthy. And I think so many of us kind of have that. We, like I said, we treat money like a dirty little secret. We want it, but we don't talk about it. We desire it, we crave it, we dream about how we would spend it, like Lindsay said, but we don't admit to ourselves or to anybody else that we want more money in our lives. We think it's like a taboo subject. We're not supposed to talk about money. I can't tell you how much I make a year. But why is that? Why is money such a dirty little secret? Because with money, we can do incredible things. Yes, some people can do some really nasty things with money, but think about what you would do with money. Think about that, because more than likely it's not nasty stuff. More than likely you would support businesses that you believe in. You would buy products that make your life better. You would buy experiences that enhance your life experience. There's so much less than wrong with that. We all deserve that at the very least. Like, we deserve to have more than enough to be able to buy and do and have the things that are going to make us feel good and feel happy and have great experiences. And not saying that money is going to make us happy, because that's not true. If we're not happy already, money's not going to bring us more joy. It could momentarily, I guess, but not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Money is not the root of happiness, and money is not the root of evil. It's somewhere in the middle, right? It's a tool. It's just a tool, but it's a very powerful tool. And so for me, when I think about having more money and how I would spend money, I think about things like amplifying what I'm already doing. And I know that what I'm doing is worthwhile. So I love to support small local businesses. Love doing that. Like, I don't want to say if I could. So when I can, I support small local businesses. I eat local, I drink locally, I go to local shops to buy Christmas presents or to buy birthday gifts. I mean, I do as much as I can to support local businesses any chance I get. That's important to me, and I think it's a worthwhile pursuit. So that's something that I would do with more money. I also travel and have experiences. I believe that I like things and I like having nice things, but the experiences are really what make my life worthwhile. So I would spend money on, doing more things that I'm intrigued by, or things that excite me, or things that do bring me joy, And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to do that in this life. So I don't really know. I guess I don't really know what the point of this is, other than to say, like, for me to claim for myself and to share with you that money's on my mind. It has been from the very beginning of this whole dream life experiment. It's been a really interesting ride over this last year, or last 8 or 9 months. It's my business has shifted some, and I talked a little bit about that in some videos, and I've started doing some new projects, which I've also talked about in videos, but everything's kind of just like, not in a very concise, like, what am I trying to say? I'm just saying, like, all the different things I'm doing, it's not very clear, I'm sure, what I'm even doing anymore, because it's not very clear to me either sometimes. But things are just shifting, things are just changing, right? So I'm kind of in the middle of that transformation, and so yeah, I will tell you more about all the exciting stuff that's happening in my life, hopefully next week. But this week I really just wanted to get on and say, like, it's okay to talk about money, and I want to talk about money because I love having money. I love money as a tool. I think it's a very powerful tool, and one that, if more of us allowed ourselves to have more of it, we would leverage it for good. And that's something that I hope for the future. So for myself and for you guys too. So, may it be so. And so it is. I think our views around money are shifting a lot as a society, and I'm very excited to see where we go with it. So anyway, my statement for this week is simply this: I love money. I want more money in my life. I welcome more money into my life experience, because there are so many fantastic things that I could do with it that would bring more good to this world. And that is what I want to do with money. So this dream life experiment, maybe that's the next step. I don't know, but we'll find out. So keep journeying along with me, and I will keep you updated. Until next week, all my love.